All right, what's up, players? It's your boy Cali Cliff out here giving you guys another rundown of what's going down in Sports Town. All right, check it out. So, right now, we got some NFL action we got to discuss. All right, so it's been a long time coming. Last 2 years haven't been so kind to us, but our Green Bay Packers are in the NFC Championship game. So, with that being said, let's talk about all this hate that's been going on. So, everybody's got the Green Bay Packers just pretty much picked to lose against the San Francisco 49ers, which personally I find that completely disrespectful. That's disrespectful. First of all, any given Sunday, any given team can be beat. Let's not forget that. Second of all, you 49ers and your little fan base, you guys is talking a little bit too much yip yap, and y'all need to close that trap before you get something caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. So look, you y'all did y'all shit y'all first time, okay? You know, what was the score? Was it was like what 37-8. That was the score. Y'all beat us by like 29 points. Y'all did that. But let's break the game down. Okay, let's face facts. Okay, so the game got out of hand before it was able to be even competitive. That's first and foremost. Okay, so as soon as the game got going, Aaron Rodgers has a fumble, which Aaron Rodgers is known to do. One thing about Aaron Rodgers, man, throughout his entire career, he scrambles with that football, but man, if he gets hit, man, if you are a defensive lineman and you're conscious of, punching that ball out, Aaron Rodgers will cough it up. He's fumbled quite a lot. He's not so fond. He don't really throw it in interceptions too much, but he will fumble if you sack him. Okay, the 49ers got two Aaron Rodgers. He didn't expect it. He didn't see it. He didn't really feel the rush coming like that. He didn't protect the football. Football came out and rolled down to the damn 2 yard line, pretty much gave the 49ers 7 points. And then they get up three quick scores to make a long story short. They get up three quick scores on us, and we were never really able to recover. We did give ourselves one little ray of hope by scoring by having a really good scoring drive, and we capped it off with a 2 point conversion. The game was pretty much out of hand. I believe it was like 23-0 at that point. We scored the touchdown. We had, I believe, our big Aaron Jones had a really nice cut, which I felt like we abandoned the run too soon. I felt like we still should have kept up with our offense and trusted our defense a little bit more and still kept handling the ball to Aaron Jones, because Aaron Jones did find some success. I mean, it wasn't like he was averaging 2.9 yards per carry. I mean, check his stats. He only had 11 carries that game, but he had like 40 yards. So, I mean, you check the stats. I mean, he was still successful. He had a real nice 10-yard run with a cutback, and then Alan Lazard had a really nice reverse coming in. And then we had a really nice little reverse kind of like pitch that we gave to Devontae. That was his first touchdown of the season, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So that gave us a little ray of hope. Then we hit it with the 2 point conversion. So, we can score on this defense. We can move the ball on this defense. I do understand that this defense is getting back certain players. Quan Alexander, D Ford is also going to be playing that game. He missed that first game, but it doesn't really matter because we also were missing one of our core guys, which is Brian Balaga. You know what I'm saying? And when Brian Balaga is out, that means somebody else has got to step in and rotate over there. So it provides like 1 to 2 holes in our offensive line that the 49ers were able to exploit all game. And they got after Aaron Rodgers relentlessly. And then they were able to sit back and drop back and play coverage really, really well against let's be honest. I love my boys. I love them. Lazard, Kumaro, coming out of nowhere, practice squad guys, you know what I'm saying? Respect to those guys. However, I mean, we need the likes of like AJ Green out there to complement Devontae. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Adams is a true true gem that we found. I believe he was a second or third round draft pick, and I mean, look at what he's doing. I mean, he's a number one wide receiver. I mean, this guy's seriously good. So you have Devontae, he's a stud, but that's pretty much it. And you got to get the other guys involved as well. And Jimmy Graham has been so disappointed since coming over from the Seahawks. I mean, he has not been the Jimmy Graham that he was in New Orleans for sure. He's been dropping passes. I mean, and then what's up with Jimmy after he catches stuff, man? He just completely falls down. I mean, damn, Jimmy, like, come on, man. Like he be having yards in front of him after the catch, and Jimmy just he catch the ball and just fall down. I'm like, come on, Jimmy, like you had some more yards to get. Like if he would have kept his balance on that first down that he had, thank God he caught that because that was a terrible pass by Aaron Rodgers. People don't want to say that, but hey man, I'll call out the facts. Terrible pass by A-Rod, but he got to him. You know, he caught the pass. It was great. You know what I'm saying? We got that first down, and anybody want to dispute that, they could go run the tape. He got the first down. There wasn't no fluke. It wasn't like the ref was giving us anything. They stole the fumble from us. They wasn't trying to give us no game. So come on, man, get out of here with that. But anyway, I feel like the first game is just a poor representation of the Green Bay Packers. That's not who we are. We are a better football team than that. I feel like defensively, though, we did pretty damn good. We got after Jimmy Garoppolo. They didn't ball on us. They got a couple big plays on us, but they didn't really stack up no stats. It wasn't like Jimmy torched us for 300. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? They ran the football. They were able to run the football. And that was one thing our defense got to improve on. They got to be gap disciplined. They got to stay in their gaps. Stop being greedy. Stop trying to just go up the field and get to Garoppolo. You know what I'm saying? Hold your gap. Keep that running back contained. You know what I'm saying? And let your brothers close in and make the play. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to start communicating better on the defensive front. Our front seven got to get after it better. This is why a lot of people have been calling after Blake Martinez because he's the quarterback of our defense. And, it's not really looking like that. I mean, he gives up plays in the run. He gives up plays in the pass. He's all effort, though. All effort. I love that guy. Kind of reminds me of a Nick Barnett back in the day. You know what I'm saying? All effort, but Nick just didn't have the size, though. Those the other guys were just so much bigger than Nick Barnett. But Blake, he just doesn't have the agility to cover those big pass catching tight ends when they come across the middle. That's why I'm kind of hoping uh, for some other things to go our way as well, but get into that later. Um, Also, I feel like the San Francisco 49ers are overrated as an offense, period, point blank. They're overrated as an offense. Jimmy Garoppolo is trash can, and his own coach knows it. Hence, that's why as soon as Jimmy threw that pick last week, Kyle Shanahan was like, "Oh no, you're not messing this up. Hand the ball off." And you know what? They're really fortunate to have receivers and running backs that are that good and receivers that are willing and tight ends that are willing to block. And their offensive line has been, they've been good since Kaepernick. The 49ers have always kept a very good offensive line. So, hats off to their front offices for that. They understand you got to have that line. The game is won in the trenches. So, I really think that the 49ers are completely overrated, and their defense is not. Their defense is legit. The front four is nasty. That front four is nasty. They're gonna give our offensive line all kinds of problems. Um, you know, uh, it's gonna come right up through the middle. It's gonna come right through the middle. So I'm hoping that I think with Balaga and Bakhtiari, I think they can handle Buckner and Bosa, but Armstead and my man the other guy, I forgot his name. It'll come to me in a minute. But those guys, those four down linemen, man, those are the best in the game. Those best in the NFL. They're gonna get after Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I expect him to have some pressures, but I want us to have more wins during this game than losses when it comes to that line. We gotta have it. We gotta run the football. That's the only way to stop the pass rushing defense like them. We got to run the football. And teams have had success in the 49ers running the football. So, but they did shut down Dalvin Cook. So, respect to them. So, you can't just say, oh, we're going to run the football like that. I mean, they shut down Dalvin Cook. So, that's no easy task. I know we didn't shut him down when we played him. He was balling. So, hats off to them. But I really, really believe, given the familiarity of the coaching staffs, and I believe that they don't know what else we got in store because we played so bad. Um, Now this is a different game. This is a different football team. We're much more cohesive as an offense. We gel together. Um, we're not going to just make the simple, stupid mistakes that we're making. I feel like Aaron Rodgers knows Aaron Jones. He knows Devontae. He can read their body language. At this point in time, because he's had a whole season to play with them. Pretty much. Everybody's been relatively healthy. They haven't really had too many in and outs out of the lineup. I know Devontae missed 4 games, but him and Aaron Rodgers, they're back on sync. They're back in sync. You've seen it last week, and even the week before, even in Detroit, you've seen it. So um, I feel like Devontae and Aaron, they got that connection. I feel like Richard Sherman is not the same Richard Sherman he was in Seattle. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. The man had a torn Achilles. All right, stop it. He's not the same Richard Sherman. I want that smoke. I want to see that. Please put Devontae Adams and Richard Sherman 1-on-1. Because Devontae's beating Richard Sherman 1-on-1. If Aaron Rodgers, they keep showing this weak ass highlight where Richard Sherman, okay, it wasn't a weak ass, he did his shit. Richard Sherman, he he picked off Aaron Rodgers in the end zone in a playoff game. I remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? We was up on them 16 zip though, bitch ass nigga. But yeah, Aaron, you know what I'm saying? Aaron threw a not so great ball, and Richard was able to undercut it and pick it off and then keep both feet in bounds. He made a great play. But he's not that Richard Sherman anymore. This man just had surgery on his Achilles like 2 years ago. He's lost a little step, and he's 31 years of age. That game was like 4 or 5 years ago when he was like 26. When he was in the prime, the Legion of Boom. You know what I'm saying? That was a whole different football team. That was a different Packer team. And we were an onside kick away from whooping that ass anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really matter. Like, we were able to move the ball in Legion of Boom back then. We can move the ball on these 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is impossible. I've seen it before because we got 12. Aaron Rodgers is in sync right now. He knows he's got to have his best couple games in order to close this thing out the right way. And I really predict that the Green Bay Packers are going to beat and upset the San Francisco 49ers 31-24. Yes, I'm saying we're scoring 31 points. I'm expecting a big game out of Jimmy Graham. Sleeper alert. Jimmy Graham is going to wake up and have a really, really good game. I believe that, he's going to be able to get open. There's going to be some coverages where he's going to be able to get open, some busted coverages. I believe that, the Niners will be putting a lot of attention on Devontae Adams, whether he's going to be in the slot. We will try to move him around, but whether he's in the slot or whether he's outside, it doesn't really matter. The 49ers are going to probably put somebody over him because they're going to dare everybody else to make a catch. And that's pretty much what it is. And, what we put on film, I wouldn't blame them. I can't say Alan Lazard is consistent in, being able to make those plays all the time. But he is really, really good, and I'm expecting him to have it. He's got to step up. He's got to come through with at least 4 to 6 catches, big catches too. I'm saying 4 catches, 80 yards and a touchdown. I'm thinking Devontae Adams is kind of quiet. I think Jimmy Graham and Aaron Jones really help out in the passing game as well as the rushing game. I think Jamal Williams will definitely be a big part in the passing game as well. I think we're going to use him, flank him out, and stretch that defense out and run the football. Just mix it up. Um, the main thing is we just can't make mistakes. If the Packers don't make mistakes, we will be victorious. We will be victorious. Our defense matches up very well with their offense. Jimmy Garoppolo is gonna give me some turnovers. He's gonna get sacked and he's gonna give me some turnovers and he's gonna fumble. I know that. He's good for at least 3 turnovers. If Kyle Shanahan doesn't take the ball away from him again, he's good for 3 turnovers. I know that. I seen it. I seen it as soon as he stepped on the football field. I said, "This boy is a gunslinger. He don't really make good decisions like that. He's not a cautious quarterback. He's a turnover prone quarterback. So he can throw you into a game and he can throw you out of one. And Kyle Shanahan don't like that, especially at the he's it's too much pressure on Kyle Shanahan to succeed right now. You know what I'm saying? So he's not gonna let Jimmy Garoppolo mess this up. He ain't gonna let Jittery Jimmy mess this up for sure. So that's another thing too. Jittery Jimmy Garoppolo is very, very timid. You can see it in his eyes. He looked like he finna cry in that helmet sometimes. I've watched all the 49er games because I concentrate heavily on my enemies. So I'm studying you, Jimmy. I see you and I see fear in those eyes. I see fear. I don't see confidence. I see a man that's very, very timid. He's scared. And I really feel like, you put the right amount of pressure on him and then big hits. Man, you put a couple of Zadarius Smith hits on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Kenny Clark's about to eat. He's going to eat. He is about to eat. He's going to crash that middle, boy. He been on fire, too. He been on fire. If Kenny Clark is on fire, guess what that means for my boy Blake, though? Blake finna look like a stud, too, because he could come right down there and crack old Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? We got some rough riders on defense. We got some talent on there, man. They young, but they coming. You know what I'm saying? We don't have our defense is here. Our defense is real. They sleep on us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like the Packers are gonna beat the 49ers 31-24 in Levi Stadium. We're gonna get that George Halas Trophy. Be hoisting that up. Eat your heart out, you little Bear fans. Yeah, we're gonna have your trophy again because you don't even know what to do with it. And then we're on our way to get that Lombardi. As far as the Super Bowl is concerned, the AFC, man, I'm really pulling for. I don't really care which team comes out. I feel like we can match up well with either one. I feel like we know what Andy Reid likes to do. We've played Andy Reid teams in the past. We know what Patrick Mahomes is capable of doing. He's very similar to our own quarterback. That will be challenging stopping Kelsey. So that'll be very difficult. But see, I like Kansas City because their offense is tailor made for our defense because we got great pass rushers. So we're gonna put a lot of pressure on Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna have to do a lot of improv, which he's great at doing, but he's gonna have to have it's gonna be one hell of a game, because they don't like to run the football. And that's great for us because we're not that great at stopping it. We have our games where we like, man, they get shit on us, you know what I'm saying? But then we have our games where we're just not gap disciplined and teams can bust big ones on us. So um, I just hope that we are gap disciplined come Sunday because I know we can beat the 49ers. And in the Super Bowl, I feel like the Titans, the Titans, oh, come on, please. Please, Titans, upset the Chiefs. Please upset the Chiefs. Because I feel like that game is so easy. We're going to get right after Tannehill, and we will stop Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no problem facing it's the speedy cut running backs, you know what I'm saying, that be killing us. That's the style of running back that scares me. It's the Dalvin Cooks, you know what I'm saying, the Jacobs, from Oakland. McCaffrey, you know what I'm saying? Them type of running backs, you know what I'm saying? Like those guys, they give us problems. But a little power back, like how Zeke tried to be a power back when we played the Cap. Yeah, okay. You can try that if you want. Okay. Derrick Henry is fast, but he's a big guy, so it takes him a while to build up that speed. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the greatest of bursts. You know what I'm saying? That line is just fucking blocking splendidly, and he's just been getting through those holes and then picking up that steam. And once he gets to the second level, don't nobody want to tackle him. That stiff arm is nasty. You don't want to see him from the shoulders, and he's got really strong legs, and he knows how to keep them things moving. I mean, and he's 250 coming down. He's already hitting his speed. Oh yeah, they're making business decisions by that time. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking like, man, I want to play a few more years. I ain't trying to end it all right now. So yeah, teams don't want to tackle him. But that's gonna be a great game. But if I had to, I'm gonna pick. Honestly, I'm going with the Tennessee Titans in this game. I think it's going to be the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans in the Super Bowl. That's my personal opinion. I mean, I think that Derrick Henry can run for another 150 plus yards. And if he does that, and then Tannehill with the drop back passing, and those receivers they got in Tennessee are good. They are good. They are damn good. If they get over the top of you with that play action, it's night night. So, hey, I really believe with KC's shaky ass defense, I really believe that Tennessee is gonna run through them. I do. I think they're ready. They're primed. They're well coached. They're disciplined. They don't make mistakes. Um, that defense is serious. So it's not going to be that easy for Kelsey to get open. It's not going to be that easy for Tyree. You see my boy from USC. You see that LA shit going on. You see that USC shit cracking. You see my boy playing corner over there for them Titans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So he's over there doing his thing. Um, uh, they got a nasty ass defense. Their defense is nasty. So to go along with that running back, that's a recipe for Super Bowls. You know, defense wins championships, and running games travel. So I'm picking the Tennessee Titans to upset the Chiefs. I'm also picking the Green Bay Packers to upset. It's not an upset to me, but I'm picking them to upset the San Francisco 49ers since everybody got us 7-point underdogs. You know, the disrespect, the nerve of you bitches. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, Niner Nation. Sorry, you guys are gonna hold that L. Hold it with both arms too. You know what I'm saying? That way you can balance it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I want you to drop your L. I want you to hold that. Hold it. Hold it. All right. Peace.